What if everything you thought you knew about electric vehicles was already outdated? What if the next leap in automotive technology isn't years away, but happening right now? Because Tesla has just pulled back the curtain on something so ambitious, so unexpected, that it's sending shockwaves across the entire EV industry. And competitors? They're scrambling to catch up. Tesla has never been a company that follows trends. It creates them. From redefining performance with electric power to reshaping manufacturing with gigascale factories, Tesla's playbook has always been simple. Move fast, think bigger, and never look back. But this time it's different. This isn't just an upgrade. This isn't just another feature. This is a fundamental shift. At the heart of Tesla's latest breakthrough lies a bold vision, making electric vehicles not just better, but exponentially smarter, more efficient, and radically more scalable. We're talking about innovations that touch every layer of the vehicle, from battery architecture to AI-driven systems to manufacturing itself. Imagine batteries that last longer, charge faster, and cost significantly less to produce. Imagine vehicles that continuously improve through software, becoming safer, smarter, and more capable over time. And imagine a production system so advanced, it can redefine how cars are built globally. So why does this matter? Because the EV industry is no longer just about going electric. It's about who can innovate the fastest and execute at scale. Tesla's new technology could dramatically lower production costs, making EVs more accessible to millions. It could extend vehicle lifespan, reducing environmental impact even further. And perhaps most importantly, it could widen the gap between Tesla and its competitors. Rivals are watching closely, because when Tesla makes a move like this, the entire industry feels it. Automakers that once led the market are now being forced to rethink their strategies. New players are entering the race, but the bar has just been raised again. This isn't just competition anymore. It's a technological arms race. But beyond the competition, there's a bigger story unfolding. This is about the future of transportation, a future where vehicles are cleaner, smarter, and deeply integrated with the digital world. A future where innovation doesn't just improve cars, it transforms how we live, move, and connect. And Tesla? The question isn't whether the EV industry will change. It's how fast. And if Tesla's latest move is any indication, the future is arriving faster than anyone expected. But to truly understand the magnitude of this moment, you have to look beyond the surface. This is not just about a new piece of technology or a single innovation. It's about a philosophy that has been quietly evolving over years. Tesla is no longer simply building cars. It is constructing an ecosystem where hardware, software, and energy seamlessly interact. Every advancement feeds into another, creating a loop of continuous improvement that becomes increasingly difficult for others to replicate. Think about it for a moment. A vehicle is no longer a static machine that depreciates the moment it leaves a showroom. Instead, it becomes a dynamic system, one that learns, adapts, and grows more capable over time. With each software update, with every refinement in energy efficiency, the vehicle transforms into something closer to a living piece of technology. This shift changes the relationship between people and their cars in a profound way. Ownership begins to feel less like possession and more like participation in an evolving experience. What makes this breakthrough particularly fascinating is how deeply integrated it is. The battery is not just a component anymore. It is part of the structure itself, contributing to strength, efficiency, and overall performance. Manufacturing is no longer just assembly. It is a carefully orchestrated process driven by precision engineering and intelligent automation. And the software layer sits above it all, constantly optimizing, constantly learning, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. This level of integration creates something powerful. Synergy. Improvements in one area amplify progress in another. A more efficient battery leads to lighter vehicles. Lighter vehicles lead to better range. Better range reduces the need for frequent charging. And fewer charging stops redefine convenience entirely. Each step may seem incremental on its own, but together they form a transformation that feels almost exponential. Across the global automotive landscape, this kind of progress does not go unnoticed. Engineers, executives, and analysts are all watching closely, trying to interpret what this means for the road ahead. Some are accelerating their own innovation efforts, investing heavily in research and development. Others are rethinking long-standing assumptions about design, production, and even business models. Because the truth is, the rules are changing. For decades, success in the automotive world was defined by mechanical excellence and manufacturing scale. Now, the definition is expanding. Software capability, energy efficiency, and adaptability are becoming just as important, if not more so. Companies that recognize this shift early have an opportunity to evolve. Those that hesitate may find themselves struggling to keep pace in a world that is moving forward with remarkable speed. And yet, perhaps the most compelling aspect of all this is how it touches everyday life. Imagine a future where your car anticipates your needs before you even express them, where long journeys feel effortless because your vehicle is constantly optimizing for efficiency and comfort, where updates arrive overnight, quietly enhancing performance while you sleep. This is not a distant concept. It is a direction that is already taking shape. The driving experience becomes smoother, quieter, more intuitive. Energy becomes something you think about less, not more. And over time, the idea of what a car is and what it can do begins to expand in ways that once seemed almost unimaginable. As this story continues to unfold, one thing becomes increasingly clear. We are witnessing the early stages of a transformation that reaches far beyond transportation. It touches energy infrastructure, urban design, and even the way technology integrates into daily life. Each innovation builds upon the last, creating momentum that feels both steady and unstoppable. And while it is impossible to predict every detail of what comes next, the trajectory is becoming easier to see. The boundaries between industries are beginning to blur. The pace of innovation is accelerating, and the future is being shaped not by isolated breakthroughs, but by systems that evolve together. So as the world watches this new chapter take shape, there's a quiet sense of anticipation, a recognition that something meaningful is happening. Not all at once, not in a single moment, but through a series of deliberate, interconnected steps that are gradually redefining what is possible. And somewhere along that unfolding path, the idea of the electric vehicle transforms from a technological alternative into the foundation of a new era. As this transformation continues to unfold, another layer begins to reveal itself, one that goes beyond machines and enters the realm of intelligence and connectivity. The vehicle is no longer operating in isolation. It becomes part of a much larger, interconnected network. Data flows continuously, not just within the car, but between vehicles, infrastructure, and the broader energy grid. This constant exchange of information allows for a level of awareness that reshapes how mobility is experienced. Picture a system where traffic patterns are anticipated before congestion forms, where routes are adjusted in real time with remarkable precision, and where energy usage is balanced intelligently across entire cities. In this environment, efficiency is no longer a goal that requires effort. It becomes a natural state of the system. Each vehicle contributes to a collective intelligence, quietly enhancing the experience for everyone on the road. At the same time, advancements in artificial intelligence begin to play a more prominent role. These systems are not simply reacting to inputs. They are learning from vast amounts of data, refining their understanding of the world with each passing moment. Over time, this creates a driving experience that feels increasingly intuitive, as if the vehicle understands its environment and its driver in a deeply responsive way. The result is a sense of harmony between human intention and technological capability. Beyond mobility, the connection to energy becomes even more significant. Vehicles are no longer just consumers of electricity. They become active participants in the energy ecosystem. Imagine a scenario where your car not only stores energy efficiently, but can also share it when needed, supporting homes, stabilizing local grids, or adapting to changing energy demands throughout the day. This integration transforms vehicles into versatile energy assets, extending their value far beyond transportation. Such a shift has the potential to redefine how communities think about energy altogether. Instead of relying solely on centralized systems, there emerges a more distributed and resilient approach, one where countless interconnected elements work together seamlessly. In this vision, sustainability is not just an objective, it becomes an inherent characteristic of the system itself. Interestingly, as the underlying technology grows more sophisticated, the user experience moves in the opposite direction. toward simplicity. Interfaces become cleaner, interactions more natural, and the complexity beneath the surface fades into the background. What once required attention and effort becomes almost effortless, allowing individuals to focus less on mechanics of driving and more on the journey itself. This balance between complexity and simplicity is not accidental. It reflects a design philosophy that prioritizes clarity, elegance, and usability, even as the system's power and the experience grow increasingly advanced. It is a reminder that true innovation often lies not just in what is added, but in what is refined and made intuitive. As these changes take root, their influence begins to extend into everyday life in subtle yet meaningful ways. Cities may gradually adapt to accommodate smarter, more efficient transportation systems. Infrastructure could evolve to support seamless integration between vehicles and energy networks. Even the rhythm of daily routines might shift, shaped by technologies that reduce friction and create new possibilities. Importantly, this transformation does not happen all at once. It unfolds step by step, each advancement building upon the last. There is a sense of continuity to it, a progression that feels both natural and deliberate. People adapt, industries adjust, and over time, what once seemed innovative becomes simply the new normal. And so, the story continues, not as a single breakthrough, but as an ongoing journey of refinement and discovery. Each development opens a door to new questions, new opportunities, and new directions that were previously unimaginable. The path forward is not defined by one moment, but by a series of interconnected steps that gradually reshape the world around us. Somewhere within this unfolding narrative, there is a quiet realization taking hold. The future is not a distant destination. It is something being built piece by piece in the present. And with each passing day, the line between what is possible and what is reality becomes just a little more difficult to distinguish. And eventually, without a single defining moment to mark its arrival, the future settles in, not as a sudden disruption, not as a dramatic turning point, but as a quiet transformation that feels almost natural in hindsight. The roads are smoother, the systems more intelligent, the experience more seamless. What once felt advanced now feels familiar, and what once seemed distant has become part of everyday life. Vehicles move with a sense of awareness that blends effortlessly into the background. Energy flows where it is needed, when it is needed, without interruption. Technology no longer demands attention. It supports, enhances, and gently adapts. And people, perhaps without even realizing it, begin to trust this new rhythm. Looking back, it becomes clear that this shift was never about a single company or a single innovation. It was about a direction, a steady movement towards something more connected, more efficient, and more thoughtful in its design. Tesla may have helped accelerate that movement, pushing boundaries and redefining expectations. But the impact extends far beyond any one name. And as this new era continues to evolve, there's a quiet sense of curiosity about what comes next. Not uncertainty, but anticipation. A recognition that innovation does not stop. It continues to refine, to expand, and to open doors we have yet to imagine.